Knock, knock.
Who is there?
Daisy.
Daisy who?
Daisy me rolling. The hated. That was so
Right.
Come in, Claire!
Hi everyone, welcome to my second YouTube video. Joining me today, we have the wonderful Kayleigh Valentine. Hello, gorgeous.
Hello, Claire. How you doing, gorgeous?
I am very sweaty. I was on a train for like several hours trying to get to this,
Ah,
studio
bless.
and get back to the studio. I've been so busy, booked and blessed. I'm joking. How about you, gorgeous?
I'm just living the dream, Things are just mutual, just getting through, like going outdoors, out of the house and stuff. And then, none of the less, I got work right after this.
Right, let's get into this actual video. The whole theme of this episode, really. Right, so what were your thoughts on the mini challenge?
I thought it was kind of interesting to find out what everyone's thoughts were going to be based on like the questions that they were going to be asked when passing of kind of like pass the parcel kind of game. Is that what they call it?
Pass the ham, whatever it was, pass the purse. I enjoyed it. We got to know some of the queens, their thoughts in the contestants, their kind of second impressions, if you will. It was their second episode. I died of laughter when Kate wheelied over and just like slowly like scooted over.
Oh my!
I thought
Oh
that
yes,
was
that.
making the
Oh
most
my!
of those wheelies. No, they're called Heelys, aren't they? Next question, right? Do you think Dee Dee is delusional?
Oh, so I think Dee Dee, without a doubt, is like at a scale of being of like a professional queen because we all know Dee Dee Licious is of course part of the House of Versace.
I would never have guessed that. It's not like she mentioned it several times.
Yes, literally. I mean, trying to prove a point here and there, but I think maybe Dee Dee just speaks out a bit too much. Like she says it before she thinks it. When it comes to her making mistakes, but then shading others for making their mistakes, it's kind of like maybe you should be reading yourself first before you read others.
Yes, I
That's
completely
how
agree.
I see. But like, not every performer is going to be perfect with everything.
Exactly. Exactly. So, on to the main challenge. How do you think you would do in the main challenge, having to make a beautiful garment out of pet shop toys?
Oh, you see, now with design challenges, like if I was to be on Drag Race
Mhm.
personally, like I don't have any equipment to qualify as a designer because I don't make my own outfits and stuff. So if I was to be on there and be given something to craft about, then it'd be like, oh shit, what can I do with this and that? But then there's always about sketching it and then just trying to figure it out in your head how you can actually turn it out into one look. I can definitely see the pressure at the end of the day because you're only going to be given so much time compared to like your own time to make these outfits. And I think and the stress of it all is also understanding how you're using the equipment and how you're making the measurements fit to your body figure as well.
Yeah, I completely agree. You need to have the basic sewing skills down. You don't need to be a seamstress. You need to be
Mm.
able to thread a needle, thread a sewing machine. You need to go in with some of your patterns. You need to know your body. You need to know what works for you and what doesn't. You need to know your color palette. You need to just be creative.
Of
And
course.
if you don't know how to sew, we all know with like Bend the Creme on season 6, she made a fabulous, she won a challenge with just a hot glue gun dream.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I'd say if it's a design challenge, they're definitely going to look into sewing skills
Yes, exactly.
and they they're not going to judge you for using a hot glue gun, but it depends on like how often you're using it and not even like going into the fabric of like sewing things is what they're going to be critiquing the most.
Well, I personally think I would do awful on that challenge because I've never made a garment in my life. I don't have the skills yet, but I will, trust me. Bit of workroom tea. What did you think of the whole Caramel / Tamara Thomas drama?
Oh, I was slurping on my glass of gin over
Ooh,
this.
I was like,
And yeah, I thought there was a bit of right and wrong doing. Like, when you give yourself the credit, you gotta let that person have the moment to give themselves that credit, such as like Caramel, for making her own outfits. I think what was also a bit unfair was like Tamara was basically like trying to what's the word? Fuse the situation further by saying, "Oh, I've never seen you do that," and that was kind of like that's not being shady. It's not just being shady. It can also sound a bit degrading, especially being in the competition. Because if you're going to be saying you've never seen them do that, compared to that person saying that they have done this, then it's going to make that person look bad.
I felt like it really undermined her. And also, you're in front of RuPaul, and also they were in front of the editor-in-chief of Vogue. Also, on live TV, and Tamara's meant to be her friend. I was like, ooh,
And the more that Tamara kept talking and was like, but
The
I've
what?
never seen you do this, I was like, just stop talking.
just stop.
You're just digging yourself a bigger hole to get into further shit.
I thought, like, was it self-produced a bit? Did they go into the season thinking like, oh, we're gonna have some drama between ourselves? Because it got taken quite far, and I was thinking, I was with, went in with someone who I knew really well. I would be like, hey, why don't we have this drama? And anytime something arises, just go in on me.
It was given something to definitely gossip about, like after the episode.
Yes, honestly, that's what we're doing right now. We're talking about it right now.
Can I actually make myself a glass of gin?
Go for it, girlie. Go
I
for it.
won't be too long. I do
Go
apologize.
for it.
This is
Right.
just too good to not have a slurp.
Cheersies.
Cheers. Actually,
Cheers.
this isn't gin. This is technically like a flavored vodka that I mix with Coke. Well, Pepsi Max. There
Well,
we go.
this is new Lucozade Alert Cherry Blast, and it has made me alert. I this Lucozade, please sponsor me. Please. Right,
So-
let's get into it. We've got loads and loads of looks. We've got loads of looks to go through. We've got 10 looks to go through. But before that, Yasmin Finney, absolute icon.
Yes. Oh my goodness me. I can't stop looking up to her. And especially from like watching her do hard stuff and bringing the visibility that there are students across the UK who identify as transgender.
I loved how every single queen she interacted with, she complimented them, she got to know them, and it was just a pleasure to watch. I want her as a judge again. I loved her so much. And she's going to be on Doctor Who.
I know. I mean, like, when I saw that on the media that she was going to be on Doctor Who, I was like, no way. I mean, she's like fucking, how old is she? 19, 20?
Younger than us. Like, I'm 22. She's younger, yeah. I'm just like, wow. Talented. She's so gorgeous and talented. Right. We've got 10 runways to get through.
Yeah.
So first up, we have Kate Butch. What were your thoughts on this lovely look?
Oh, so Kate Butch. Is it terrible of me to say that I still have some names to learn from the series? Yeah, and
Yes, it is. Why do you not know them? Right. So first out the gate, we have Kate Butch. What did you think of her look?
So her whole incorporation with like the tiger print and putting them together, I think it's cute. Definitely to like present something that's like Flintstones, like somewhere like that, and even just to play about with the look as well on the runway. I think embraced a lot about what her drag was really about.
It shows her drag because it's campy, but also well executed. As campy as it was seeing her have her little like trundle trolley, I was just like, where was the fashion in that? It was campy. It was really funny. Next to the stage, we have Ginger Johnson. I really like this look. It's so difficult to make coats on the runway. Leopard print is really difficult material to make something out of. It was perfectly executed really well. Fitted her gorgeously. And that hair, wow. It was
Yeah.
giving me brave realness. What did you think?
So there were two things that I thought of when she first entered the runway with that look. It
Yeah.
definitely served quite a bit of camp,
Mhm.
especially with the big hair, and even just to wear the one color in a sequin, I think was pretty lovely to watch. It was beautiful. It definitely brought a sense of like 80s, and especially when someone like Ginger Johnson to have these sewing skills, I think really puts mwah, the chef's kiss.
I really like how she made the necklace and chains. I really like that. It looked like she wrapped a nunchuck around her. Really, really cool. Next to the stage, we have Dee Licious. This looked
Oh,
amazing. It was so, so, so stunning.
yeah. I think because Dee Dee does have a great advantage into sewing, like she really did take that mark to be her very own. I was a bit surprised that she didn't win that one because that was her strongest point. It was very like Versace presentation. It was definitely something that I was hoping to see of Dee Dee, especially from this challenge. So work.
I was definitely between her and Banksy. Her makeup was always flawless. I loved how she made the shoulders, which amazing figure,
Mm,
made a fantastic silhouette. I
yes.
loved how she made the shoulders, dog cones, whatever they're called. Poor little dog that she was dragging down the runway. Next up to the stage, we have Caramel. What we
Oh,
on this look?
I did see where Michelle Visage was coming from, and especially Graham, with the critique of like the level of the skirt. Like, I didn't notice it myself, to be fair, because there are queens who tend to wear skirts that go like below the VV, but also doesn't reveal it. But maybe that was their concern, that maybe the silhouette was gonna be revealing parts that wasn't supposed to be seen.
Yeah.
That I can understand with. But the whole concept with the blue, yellow, red parrot, Pirates of the Caribbean, if you
Yes.
will, like that I thought was pretty cute
I
to
love,
turn out.
right. Her mug is giving pageantry realness. I love the top half of it. And yes, I do agree with the judges. You shouldn't really be seeing your undergarments like the strap at the top. And yeah, the dress was a bit too short. She didn't have time. She clearly didn't have time to finish it. I love the little parrot perched on the shoulder. Could have actually had the parrot incorporated into the look. Like it was the parrot, and then the tail of the parrot became the dress.
It was the strap that gave it away. Like she could have just cut off the straps and
Yeah.
then hot glued the parrot onto the dress and made sure that it sat upright.
Otherwise, if you'd incorporated it into the look, it could have been given Stapparelli realness.
Yeah.
You get me with my references. So you know the Kylie Jenner insert picture right here. I loved it. I don't know if you've seen any like other review shows, but when they like have all their references, like, oh, it's giving Vivian Westwood, it's just tartan.
Yeah.
Or when LaDanja says, it's giving Purple People Eater. She says
Darling.
that darling, mama. Right. Next up to the start, we have Banksy. I was blown out of the water with this look.
This definitely gave, how would I say, when when you think of it, but then you just don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
I mean, in other words, this had me a bit speechless.
I agree.
In good ways. Like
In
this was definitely like well incorporated as a Banksy look. Like this would be something that I would definitely expect to see of them to present onto the stage. I would say I'd take my hat off to her, but
Take your wig off to her. Take your wig off.
take my wig off.
Please don't do it. Oh,
Take my wig off to
Gigi, more gracefully than Gigi. We're getting bootleg in here.
Oh God,
bootleg.
I've done the abomination.
Oh my goodness, RuPaul's gonna send you packing.
Yeah, with Banksy's like whole interpretation of this look, I think she really executed this so well. And although that I was a bit surprised that Dee Dee didn't get the win, I think it was very reasonable for Banksy to get that win herself. So well done, Banksy.
Well done, Banksy. In terms of me personally, I like this look. This was my favorite look of the week. I think deserve to win. It's what I would want to wear. I love a clash of patterns. I love houndstooth. I love bandanas. It was giving Chanel realness.
And wait till she does like a twirl with it too. Like that would be
so much movement. So much movement with it. Absolutely loved it. Obsessed with it. Also, she's a supermodel. She knows her body. She knows how to work it.
7-foot supermodel.
Next up to the stage, we have Michael Marulli.
Michael definitely did what she could to use up all the fabric that she had. And with that being put into like the idea, I think that was a pretty smart move to just use up all the space that she had with her body figure. I think especially as well with the measurements compared to like the wig size that she wore, I think she definitely played a smart move with this. And this was one look that I hoped that one day I could wear for myself. And I mean, trust me, even I wish to wear something like that. And just to see her strut the runway with that, I thought was pretty iconic.
Yeah, she had so much confidence. I loved it. Was dramatic, head to toe in this beautiful dark blue color. It fitted her body perfectly. She had a bit of a train. It was gorgeous and dramatic.
Yes.
One thing I would say is I know her ambition was to make it like a proper, whatever it's called. It was really cool that like how it flowed behind her. It was giving Kylie Minogue realness. She could have been the top. I really liked it. Very clean, powerful look. Loved it. Next up to the stage, we have Tamara Thomas.
Tamara Thomas.
I think we're going to have different viewpoints on this. What do you think?
Oh, so maybe the dress was a bit short on her, but I think maybe that is a sequin that she prefers. Like she likes things to be short. She does have the tendency of showing her ass cheeks too much. Even though we're in like the second episode and stuff.
Yeah, she's already done it 3 times.
Yeah, like she has been advised before that next time she doesn't need to get into like showing her ass so much. Yeah. And like we get the point that like you want to be body confident and you want to show things that make you more proud of what your body figure is about. But I think it's also about being more versatile with what you wear. That's not always so revealing. But other than that, like I think the outfit itself does look cute. I love the idea of like a pink feather over a yellow dress, also with like little bit of, that was a pretty clever idea to just add that bit of accessory rather than it just being like one like one style of the fabric.
Okay, great. I liked the idea of it. She is a supermodel. She's a Victoria's Secret. You can see this on the Victoria's Secret runway tomorrow. This is the spring summer collection for 2024. But it literally is. I appreciate the effort. You said dress. I'm seeing pieces of fabric which are like crimped, like the yellow. I liked it. I appreciate the effort. It was dramatic. I liked the effect of it. You knew that the magenta, fuchsia, whatever color it is, would contrast perfectly with purple. So you knew that the ostrich feathers are dramatic. Her mug is snatched. Like she's jewelry, she's got the pasties. She has the confidence. Personally, I would not personally, if this was Claire's Drag Race, I personally would not put her in the top. Potentially in the bottom for me. Potentially in the bottom. Just because she is very much relying on the body. And I don't really see much construction with the outfit. She looks stunning. I feel like she looks more stunning for her body, her makeup, her hair.
Right.
But in the actual garment itself, I'm just like, it's some yellow pieces of fabric stuck to her body with pink feathers stuck to it. But overall, as a supermodel, she is selling it. Personally, with me, is like, I would have potentially added a yellow train.
Yeah.
Maybe more feathers, a headpiece possibly, play more, give a bit more fabric. Next up to the runway, we have Miss Naomi Carter. Wow. Thoughts, opinions.
It's the VV for me. It's given like edging towards camel toe.
Oh, like edging. Oh my goodness, it was on display. Okay, definitely bottom two worthy. But I thought she looked so funny. I just like RuPaul was like, oh, it's so bad it kind of works. I kind of get that. The braids are gorgeous. They really, really accentuate the look. I don't know what is going on with her. I think what happened was when she realized, she was like, oh shit, I don't have much time to do this. What is this? No, like did she with her makeup, I'm like, was it intent? Like she had the braces in. She camped up. She did camp up. Character, she camped up. But I'm just looking at this outfit, trying to distinguish what it is. So it's like a lime green crop top, which is literally just like tied around her, and just orange and yellow fabric. Is it even fabric? I don't even know what it is. Just tied willy-nilly to her. There's this random thing tied around, like connecting the top to they're not even shorts. It's just material wrapped around her.
I can understand what she was trying to do with the look, where she was representing colours and the whole figure that represents everything, or like Black excellence and everything to represent her culture.
Thing that did that definitely.
Yeah, I think the only thing that was disappointing was just the lower portion that didn't have enough fabric to cover up the minge.
Yeah.
The minge area.
Oh my God. Yes. Overall, yeah, it was a wham. Up to the stage, we have Vicky Vivacious. Now, I loved this look. Personally, I would love to wear this look. I thought it was gorgeously made. I love a print. I love stars. I love pink. Put them together, beautiful. The hat with the fringe, gorgeous. And I love how she had the end of the dress connected to her wrist. Very, very sleek. It's giving Malibu Barbie goes to the pool party.
Definitely.
What did you think?
I think this look does look pretty cute. I love how she managed to get the fabric to fit in to be a headpiece wear, like the hat. I love how she's like constructed the skirt to only reveal one leg and then be something to work with, where she can strut the runway and it just be gracing on the ground. Almost seems vintage, but it's a good kind of vintage.
It was giving 50s, 60s pool party.
Definitely. And like to even see that as like a summer wear as well, I think I would even wear that outfit.
I would wear that. You would even wear that. Next up to the stage, we have Alexis St. Pete. What were your thoughts?
So the thoughts were, I had been concerned with like how the skirt was like built too high up above the waist.
Way too high.
Yeah. like if it was like below where the hip started to like show the our figure, like
I agree.
I think just below that would have helped her, and she wouldn't have been in so much risk of being in the bottom. The idea of it being a funeral look though, and for her fish, like I mean, I mean, at least you came up with an idea. It was a choice.
It was choices were made. I respect how campy it was. I got like what I think happened was she made the net dress, which it's a piece of net. I think she made that and was, oh dear, this we need a storyline. She made a veil. She got that goldfish bowl. She was like funeral. Her makeup's cute. She's got the tear marks. I liked how campy it was. See, I like it when a queen knows that they're like, oh my goodness, we're in the gutter. Overall, yes, Alexis, it was campy, but you know what? Definitely deserved that bottom placement. It was very fair judging. I would have put Tamara maybe safer in the bottom and pushed Michael to the top because I loved how dramatic it was. But overall, yeah, happy with the top two, happy with the bottom two. And yeah, I think Banksy deserved to win. What did you think?
I did think like maybe if I did hope. Well, I didn't hope. I just thought maybe.
Didn't want her to win. You were like, she could have done, but
yeah. I was like, I think Dee is definitely gonna have like a chance to win, but like it'd be a fair. It did seem like a fair split between Dee and Banksy, and for Banksy to have won that challenge, I thought props to her.
You know what? I think Dee got the redemption she deserved from episode 1. So bottom 2, we had Naomi, Carter, and Alexa St. Pete. What were your thoughts on the lip sync?
Oh, the thoughts on the lip sync was actually quite interesting because, like, when you're doing a lip sync and you're wearing something that doesn't seem like it's gonna fit with how you're gonna perform, it really does test your ability with how you can make it work. So I think Naomi Carter definitely did have like an advantage through that because she had so much more body space.
It kind of died inside a bit when she was struggling with her dress. The fact that she literally sat down on the stage and I was like, she was struggling.
Even her heel.
Struggling. Her heel got caught in her dress. She was on the struggle bus.
Yes.
And I was thinking, finally, a good Charlie XCX on. None of that. Boom. Cap.
Definitely.
But yeah, overall, very, very sad to see Alexis go. I really liked her.
Same. I didn't even expect her to be gone so soon.
She's so sweet. So Kayleigh, what was your top look of the week?
My top look. Ooh. I think mine would definitely have to be, fuck it, let's say Banksy.
That was mine too. Our top looks of the week are Banksy. Honestly, yes, Diva Slay Mama. Thank you so much for watching my second episode. Thank you so much for joining me, Kayleigh. You've been a pleasure. Where can people find you?
You can find me mainly on Instagram. So it's Kayleigh, standing for Kayleigh, Valentine for Valentine's Day _.
No relation to Alexia Q Valentine.
I mean,
who is she? Who is she anyway? I don't know.
I love the girl.
I love you, Alexia. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. When one video ends, just open up another one. It's called binge viewing. I support you.